Sorry, guys, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry, Adam, I pressed the wrong button. You got a little sneak peek there. You got a little sneak peek at what you wanted to see. Oh, you might have got a little sneak peek there. Yeah, don't worry, bro. I pressed the wrong button. It's all good. It's all good, Adam. Don't worry. I pressed the wrong button. But good to see that Botrix is here as well. Good to see he's turned up so that I don't have to dick around trying to get Botrix to bloody send the messages. But don't worry, brother. You should be able to hear me now. Good, Adam. Don't worry. You should be able to hear me now, I'm hoping. But yeah, don't you worry, brother. I got it working. Now you can hear. Good. But yeah, you got a little sneak peek there at a layout that I've done. While we wait for a few more, or if anyone else turns up, I do admit it is very late. I do apologize to anyone who watches this in the future, for the fact that I have had to start it late. I literally didn't have a choice. End of the day, yeah, he is finally on time. Yeah, I didn't have a choice because for this stream alone, I've had to set up about 3 different layout changes for my stream. Like I've had to work through coding and try and code certain things. Well, not code, but I've had to set up multiple different things. I know you are. That's why I knew you'd probably be here, Adam. It might be a lonely stream for you. You know what I mean? You might be one of the only people here. There might be a few people that pop in every now and then, but because I've started so late, I was tempted to wait until tomorrow. But yeah, it might be a little bit of a lonely stream for you just because of the fact that obviously I've had to wait ages to start. Funnily enough, I was going to start this stream about 2 hours ago. I started trying to get this stream working at about 10:30. It is now midnight, almost. But it's because I've had to code in about 3 different things for this stream. So while we wait for other people to turn up, or if they do, I'll give them a little bit of a chance. What you've got here is, as you can see by the title, Adam, stream featuring the start of Elden Ring Deathless Run attempts. All Remembrance bosses, including DLC. Now, what this is, for people who don't understand, is it's basically... Elden Ring, if you don't know the game, is probably one of the most popular Souls games ever created. It won Game of the Year the year that it came out. It was about 2 years ago, I think. It was what Game of the Year was it? It must have been Game of the Year 2022 because last year's was obviously 2024 was obviously. I mean, I know it wasn't 2024, but 2024 was the Astrobot game. And then 2023 was Baldur's Gate. So I'm pretty sure it was 2022 Game of the Year. It was Game of the Year. Also, if you can, Adam, by the way, if you're still here, can you like the stream? Because that'll get more people to show up. You know what I mean? And we can get more people here. If you can. It's up to you. I don't mind. No, don't worry, bro. I'm pretty sure it was 2022 Game of the Year. I'm pretty confident on that. But basically, Elden Ring is a game that came out in 2022. And funnily enough, it is a game that I have played since it came out in 2022. I'm pretty sure there is no game I have touched more than Elden Ring. I'm pretty sure Elden Ring's yeah, it's one set. Yeah, it won Game of the Year in 2022. And basically, since that date, I have not played a game more than Elden Ring. That is a fact, right? For about 2 years now, I have been doing countless different attempts, races against mates, randomizers with mates, just normal runs by myself, randomizers by myself. And I've been playing Elden Ring for years, for ever since it dropped. I'd like to think of myself as a decent player now. I'd like to think I'm at a point now where I can really, test myself with a proper difficulty level. And I'd like to think I'm at a level now where I'm good enough to try this. Right? Now, there's multiple challenges people do. of Elden Ring runs. For instance, some people, the most veteran players, do no-hit runs. That is not something I can do, because that is one of the most impossible challenges I've ever seen in my life. There's also certain content creators like Little Aggie, or Lil Aggie, sorry, not Little, who does multiple different things, like, can I beat the game while there's 3 bosses against just me? Or can I do a game where I'm only level 1 the entire time? You know what I mean? And there's countless different challenges. But probably the most popular challenge for not even just Elden Ring streamers, for instance, people like Ludwig, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, all of these people, people like Ludwig, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, stuff like that, have all tried a deathless run. Now, I am above average at this game now. I would like to think I'm above average at Elden Ring, okay? Now, the thing is, though, all of those different YouTubers that I just named there have only ever done deathless runs of just beating the game. Now, for people who don't know Elden Ring, basically, I'll explain more when I get it up, so that I can explain it before jumping into the run. Okay? But if I quickly set it up for you, Adam, basically, I'll explain more of it in a sec, because I've given people time to turn up. Looks like it's going to be just a pretty lonely one for you today, Adam. End of the day, I might try and do a stream tomorrow as well and give you back-to-back streams, just so that more people are here tomorrow. But for now, looks like it's going to be just you, Adam. Anyway, without further ado, let me just get the game up, bare minimum, so that I can get this started, shall we? Because I want to make sure the audio's okay. I want to make sure that everything's working. I want to make sure that the scene is working. I want to make sure everything is looking good. Okay? But it's good to see that you do trust McGee. But you don't know if I can. Right? Now, well, that's interesting. We will, but yeah, I'll explain more when I get into it. But I'll get the scene up, and I'll get the, oh. Wait a minute, guys. Give me a second. This is why I wanted to make sure I got this thing working. And right now, it don't be working too well. Give me a second. Just trying to make sure that I can get it working. Unable to start correctly. Untrusted system. Okay, let's wait a second. 1 minute. I have to make it work, because right now I haven't got. It doesn't seem to work. That's not fun. What about if I go? Da, na, 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 na. I wanted to start it normally, but I might have to start it in a. Okay, what if I go to my. I wanted to start it in a certain way, but I might have to just say no to that and just do it the way I know to do it. Basically, I've been playing modded Elden Ring, and because of that, I can't start it in the way I'd like to. So what I might have to do is I might have to quickly go over to it and start it here instead. Will it work from here? If it doesn't, then I'll have to start it a different way. This is why I wanted to make sure everything works. No. Okay. What if I just use it a different way then instead? Fuck it. We'll just launch it like this. Sorry, just making sure it works. Real quick. Basically, because I've been playing it modded, I can't launch it through Steam like I wanted to. So I'm having to launch... It's not a modded version that's going to come into effect, because I'm not going to use it like that, but I'm having to launch it in a different way, which is kind of annoying, but it is how it is. End of the day, I'm having to launch it in Seamless Co-op. If you guys don't know, Seamless Co-op is basically it's a way to play co-op Elden Ring, right? So let me just go real quick over to this. Give me a second. And that right there should be set up now. Let me just real quick limit this down size to there. Move that up. Move that up. And move that up. Alright. That should be all good now, I'm hoping. So, you might be wondering if you see this, Adam. Let me just make sure the audio sounds okay. Should be all good now, I'm hoping. How's the audio sounding, by the way? Can you hear, like... Can you hear my gameplay as well as you can hear me? Like, just by chance. I'm just wondering, like, can you hear the gameplay as good as you can hear me, Adam? That's what I'd like to know. Just let me know, before we can start. Yeah, is it sounding good? I'm good. Gameplay's good. Everything, yeah? What do you mean, no? What is the... What are you meaning by no? You can't hear the game. Really? What are you meaning by no? You sure you can't hear the game? Can you hear the game now? No? I can hear the game. That's weird, that. It says it's picking up the game audio in the desktop audio. You sure you can't hear the game, bro? Because I'm... Weird, that. Let me change the audio. It says it's picking up the game audio in the desktop audio. You sure you can't hear the game? Barely. Okay, barely. Barely. Okay, you can barely hear it. Can barely hear it. Okay. Let me try and turn it. Let me see if I can change the properties. I'll explain more, like, once we've got the audio working, I'll explain what the timer is and the attempt that you see on there and stuff like that, and I'll explain exactly how this is going to work. Also, if you're wondering what I was meaning when I was saying I couldn't get the game to work properly, technically, it's going to be done on a modded game, but the mod doesn't affect it. You can hear the music. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Just let me know before I start, because when I start, right, there's not going to be any audio to begin with. So let me know now, while you hear the music, the difference. So let me know if I'm drowning it out, or it's drowning me out, or, like, if you think it's a nice happy medium, where you can hear the music of the game, but also hear me talking. Because then I will get into it. Because, like, I need to make sure it's a perfect happy medium while you can hear it. Because the second I press new game, there won't be any audio. So we won't be able to tell. So, like, while you can hear both, just let me know if it's a nice happy medium, or if one of us is drowning the other one out. And I'll try and see if I can do something about it. You know what I mean? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, once we've got that all sorted, I will then get into it. But I just need to make sure that the audio is nice and medium, you know, a nice happy medium. That's what I would like to see, you know. But I just want to make sure that one of us isn't drowning the other one out, so that when there's, for instance, cutscenes or, you know, volume that needs to be played, or music for bosses and stuff, you can hear me and the music for the boss. You get me? That's all I really want to know. But I just want to make sure that one of us isn't drowning the other one out, so that when there's, for instance, cutscenes... I am a little bit loud. I will admit, my mic volume's a little bit loud. I'm just wondering if I can lower me a little bit. Mic aux. Can I lower that by a little? Right. I'm hoping that has maybe done it a bit better. How's that sounding now? I've tried to lower my mic a little bit, just to make it so that the game and me are trying as level as possible. So I've lowered my microphone volume a tiny bit down. So I'm hoping to see if that's done something. And once that's done something, we will jump into it. Yeah, you still here, Rod Picasso, if you're still here? Because you were here, but I don't know if you're still here or if it's Adam still here right now. Okay, I think it's good. I can always adjust it in the meantime. What are all these symbols you're typing, by the way, Adam? I'm assuming it's like a different language, but the problem is I can't read that language. So I don't know what you're typing to me, bro. Yo, Ollie, good to have you here, bro. I was wondering to see if you could turn up, Ollie. Before I get into it, now that we've got another opinion as well as on Picasso and Adam, how's it sounding? Before I explain everything, how is it sounding, Ollie? How's the game music to me ratio sounding? We got a happy medium? You hearing both? Or am I drowning it out, or is it drowning me out? You know? Before I jump into what I have to say, good. All right. Well, the problem is I can't read Arabic. So, I don't know what you're saying to me. You could be cussing me out for all I know. You could be saying, you're fat. Or something like that. And it's like, well, you know. Your voice great, music not so much at the moment, but get into the game and you'll be fine, I hope. I mean, I can always change the in-game volume when I get into it, and then we'll see how it sounds. But okay, let's get into it, shall we? So basically, if I start a new game, because first of all, guys, one thing I want to note. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Sorry, almost fucking. Thank you, Ollie. Let me just pin that before we start. Boom, pin that to the top. Nice. Thank you, Ollie. Yeah, bro, we need Ollie and Adam here, you know, for a proper stream. You know what I mean? But yeah, who knows who else will like pop in and that. Again, I do apologize to everyone that I am starting this late. I wanted to start it earlier, but I really just couldn't because of all of the things you will see on the stream that I will get into in a sec. Also, for people wondering why down the bottom in this bottom right corner it says Elden Ring Seamless Co-op, I'm on a modded version of Elden Ring, but the game itself is still the same. I haven't checked, like, all Seamless Co-op does, right, is it basically just makes it so that you can play with mates if you want, but I'm not playing with mates. Like, end of the day, I'm just playing on my own. So it's still the same exact game, it's just it's easier for me to run it on this than to try and sort it all out and run it on normal, like, just a basic normal copy of Elden Ring. So I'm doing it on this instead. No, I do not know what animal I am, Adam, but I'm a bit dreading to find out. Anyway, let me just click new game real quick, right? And I will now explain everything, okay? So, as you may see, guys, on the cheeky little screen right now, to explain this in the best detail for everyone to know, okay? So, the best way for me to explain this to all of you, Ollie, Adam, anyone who watches this in the future. Thank you. You know what? I'll take that. As long as I'm not an actual goat and I'm the goat. You know what I mean? Thank you, bro. But yes, to explain this to anyone who watches it in the future or anyone who is in the stream currently. This is going to be an Elden Ring Deathless run attempts. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what Elden Ring is, first of all, where have you been for the last 2 years? Because it is the most popular game of probably... It's one of the most popular games of all time since it dropped. So one, where have you been? And two, for anyone who doesn't know, basically, Elden Ring is a game made by FromSoft. I've forgotten the guy who made it. It's like Miyazawa, I'm pretty sure. I think it was like Miyazawa. I don't remember his first name. I do apologize about that. And he makes a lot of games. He's made Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, Demon Souls, and Bloodborne. And also Sekiro, I'm pretty sure. Elden Ring is his most popular game. Most sales, most like awards, I'm pretty sure, and stuff like that. It is the most popular game made by FromSoft, okay? Now, basically, the way Elden Ring works, if you do not know how Elden Ring works, it is a game where you are... It's got, like, a story and everything, and obviously all of that. But, to be honest, it never... The thing is, Ollie, like, you're saying about, like, oh, it's never on sale. But to be honest, I think if this game was ever on sale, it would be, like, a disgrace to the gaming industry. Because this game is... Like, this is an art piece, this game. You know what I mean? Like, you might think I'm nerding out. But end of the day, you've got to understand... Before I played Elden Ring, I've never played a Soulsborne game in my life. Or actually, I'd played Bloodborne for a bit, but not much. This game got me into challenging games. This game got me into hard games, like Bloodborne, like, I mean, hell, in the future, if I want to play, like, you know, Black Myth Wukong, you know what I mean, or stuff like that. End of the day, it's an art piece, so it doesn't really deserve to be on sale. If you ever see it on sale, you have to get it instantly, because it will not be on sale. It's one of them games. It was Game of the Year, you know, like, this game will always be worth it for maximum price. Now, basically, the game, without me spoiling any of the story, it has a nice story. It's actually a really hard to follow story, but if you look up, like, actual, like, Elden Ring lore, then they explain it in really good value. But to do... I won't, like, explain the story or anything, because there will be a cutscene at the start that I'll just let play out, and you guys can listen to it. But basically, I have played Elden Ring for easily 2 years, since it dropped. You know, easily, it's been my most played game ever since it dropped. Okay? Now, basically, the way it's worked is Elden Ring is a challenging game where, obviously, you get pitted against bosses or hard enemies or anything like that. And you only get a certain amount of heal pots. You have to use your weapon, your armor, obviously like that. You have to level up your stats. And you have to beat a lot of bosses. Alright? Now, that's basically how it works. Okay? It's really hard to explain it, because it's such a big game, and I'm trying to do it in as little description as possible. And basically, you have to... There's things called runes, right? Now, runes are what you gain as, like, your currency, basically. You use your runes to level up, which makes it a little bit easier to beat bosses. And, obviously, if you die in a boss or anything like that, then you either get teleported back to your last grace, or a stake of Marika, which is just pretty much a statue that's outside most boss arenas. And you have to try again. And you have to just keep trying until you finally beat the boss. Now, it's really, really, really challenging. Okay? That's how it is. For a new player, like, let's say, dare say, Ollie gets the game in the future. He tries it. It will take you way longer to beat the game than if I went against you. Let's say we did a race. Honest to God, I'm not trying to be a dick to you here, Ollie. I think I would beat the game in about... If you're a completely new player that's never played it, and I've got 2 years of experience, I will probably beat the game before you have beaten maybe 2 bosses that are difficult anyway. Maybe that's a bit harsh. Maybe I'd probably beat the game and the DLC before you beat maybe 5 of the major Remembrance bosses, or something like that, because you haven't got the experience. And it's a game where you get... Basically, you gain ability the more you play it, right? So you have to kind of persevere through your failures, you know? So you can't rage when you lose, because you are learning. You're learning the move pattern, you're learning the dodges and stuff like that. Now, I'd like to think of myself as a little bit of... Not an expert. I wouldn't say I'm anywhere near streamer levels like Lil Aggie or anything like that. But let's just say, if I was pitted against... I'd like to think of myself as decently above average. Like, quite decently above average. Now, the name of the title of the stream, saying Elden Ring Deathless Run. Now, Deathless Run is basically as self-explanatory as you can get it. The way a Deathless Run works is, if you die, you have to restart the run. Now, that might not seem insane to you, but end of the day... this game, if you wanted to 100% this game, like every boss in existence, it would take you easily 50 hours. Now, I'm not doing every boss in existence, but I am going to do a Deathless Run attempt of all Remembrance bosses. Now, Remembrance bosses are basically... They're not... I wouldn't say they're story bosses, because there's a difference between the ones you need to do to win the game and ones that you need to do to get the story, right? So, for instance, people like PewDiePie or Ludwig and stuff like that have done Deathless runs, but they've only done the bosses that you have to fight to win the game. I'm not doing that. I'm doing every boss that is considered a Remembrance boss. Now, in total, the bosses you need to win the game are probably around 9 or 10. Maybe less than that, to be honest, which is ridiculous, I know, but it's true. Now, in terms of Remembrance bosses, in base game, there is a total of 15 Remembrance bosses. And in the DLC, there is another added on 11. Because there's normally 10, but I also include another one that should have been a Remembrance boss that isn't, called Bale. I will get to that when I get to it. Okay? Now, that's my best explanation of how a Deathless run will run. I will be doing a Deathless run attempt of every single Remembrance boss. Now, again, that might not sound ridiculous, and it might not be, because for the first maybe hour or two, if I die, it doesn't mean anything. But let's say I get all the way to the final boss, and I die in that final boss, I reset to the start. Not to the start of the boss, the start of the entire run. So it is a Deathless run for the entire game. All Remembrances, including DLC Remembrances, and I have to do it Deathless. Now, I will admit to you guys, this is a mental challenge. But I feel like this is the kind of challenge I need now. Now, I am guaranteeing you this right now. I am not going to win this Deathless run in... I'm not going to win this Deathless run in under 10 attempts. It might take even, like... this could easily take me 50 plus attempts. Because I have not had any practice to doing a Deathless run. I've only practiced the game by just playing the game. So I need to be extra careful about being able to do it Deathless. The difference is, however, that I do think that I have on my side is the fact that I have played Elden Ring for easily 2 years now. 2 years plus I have played Elden Ring most days of my life. Not every day, obviously, but I have played it majority of the time. If I need to play a game, I play Elden Ring. You know what I mean? That's basically how it works. Now, I don't know how many attempts this will take me. I don't know if my... I don't know if, like, my suggestions of doing this is batshit crazy. But I wanted to reward you guys for hitting 250 subs. So thank you to everyone, by the way, who managed to get my little channel over to 250 subs. That means everything to me. Chill the fuck out, Adam. We're not playing that today. Chill out, bro. When we play it, I'll, you know, you thingy, but just chill out, bro. But yeah, you know, like, end of the day, once we get to, but like I said, sorry, I lost my track when thinking about that. Basically, getting to 250 subs is a massive milestone, because it's 1/4 of the way to 1,000, which is a huge, huge number for a YouTube channel. So 1/4 of the way there is a massive milestone. I wanted to give you guys something. End of the day, I let you guys vote, and most of you voted for this. You know, so end of the day, we're doing Deathless run. But yeah, chill out, Adam, right? Chill out. You might get my bloody stream fucked here. Like, chill out, brother. But I know I am rambling on. I just want to explain it to everyone who watches this in the future. Now, the reason it took me a while to set up the stream, by the way, for anyone who's here for the stream, as you can see below the chat, I have a cheeky little timer that is set up there. And if I go over to, if you guys want to have a little look at it real quick, if I go and click this button, the timer will start. Now, the timer doesn't start yet, but as you can see, the timer will start. Now, we will time how long I have been doing a run for, just so that it absolutely hurts my soul when I lose. Because then we will see just how long I've been doing a run for when I lose, which will hurt my soul and break me. But as you can see, I can start the timer, I can stop the timer, and I can reset the timer. There is also the attempts below it, which will show what attempt I am on of doing a Deathless run. So, for instance, right now we're on attempt 1. If I then go on to attempt 2, I change it, it goes up to 2. Obviously, if I accidentally press it, I can go back down to 1. But this is the reason why it took me so long to stream today. I wanted to start streaming at around 10:30. And I didn't get to start streaming until about half 12 because of how I had to set everything up to make this perfect. So that's basically that. Now, like I said, for anyone from an outside point of view, you guys will not understand what a Deathless run is. You guys will not understand what Remembrance bosses are. And you guys will not understand what DLC, what is in the DLC or what is in the game or how hard the game is or stuff like that. But this is going to be a ridiculous, it's fine, Adam, but just chill out. You know what I mean? Chill out. Like, end of the day, we'll be starting with McGee in a second. You know what I mean? We're going to get to create McGee for this run. So, don't worry. You know, like, end of the day, we'll get to start with McGee soon enough. Now. I have explained what a Deathless run is. It's pretty self-explanatory, as I said. You can't die in the run. There is a lot to lose in this run, because, for instance, if I get to the near end of the game and I die, that is going to break my heart and spirit, because the amount of time I will have used to die is ridiculous. But it's basically a test, because I've never done a Deathless run of Elden Ring, and I feel like there's YouTubers that have managed to do them, and end of the day, I think I'm better than them YouTubers at Elden Ring. I'd like to think that. So, as I said, before I get into creating the character, let me know what you think of the idea. You know, let me know what you think. As I said, don't worry, we're not doing some cop-out Deathless run. Everyone else, like, there's a lot of YouTubers that... fucking hell, I can't speak. There's a lot of YouTubers that have done some cop-outs of Deathless run. You know what I mean? Like, end of the day, they do cop-outs where they're like, oh, we don't go and fight any remembrances that you don't have to fight. You only fight the bosses that you have to do to win the game. That's a cop-out, in my opinion. In that point, it's like, yeah, it's a Deathless run, but it's not a proper one. A proper Deathless run is you do every single Remembrance boss, which means in total, just Remembrance bosses alone, I will be fighting 26 bosses that are Remembrance bosses, guaranteed. Because I also include Bale. I include Bale in my Remembrance boss. Okay? Now, that is not the only amount of bosses, by the way. There is 26 total Remembrance bosses. However, there is also a bunch of bosses that are not considered Remembrance bosses that you have to fight to beat the game. For instance, for anyone that doesn't know the game, you won't know these names, but for instance, Sir Gideon Offmere, Godskin Duo, Jury, who else? Who else do I have to fight? There's plenty more. I know there's plenty more. Hell, Dragon, it's like, oh, what's it called? It's like the Dragon Tree Sentinel or something like that. That's another boss. There's also, like, the point is, basically, there is 26 total Remembrance bosses in base game DLC, including Vale. However, there is also more bosses that I would have to beat. And I have to do all of it Deathless, which is ridiculously hard to do, because one wrong move, and I get set back hours. I get set back hours if I make one wrong move. So this is going to be a very difficult thing to do. Now, I don't know how long it will take me, or how many attempts, how many streams, I don't know. But I will be editing this up into videos, if people would like to see that, just to make things easier in the future. However, I think we've rambled on enough. Like I said, the story is quite complex, but you guys will be able to see it when I get into the game itself. And without further ado, I think we start our first run. You know, I think we start our first run. If I honestly managed to win this game on attempt 1, I would be not even shocked. I would be, like, I wouldn't believe it. Basically, I would not believe it. It wouldn't be a shock. It would be impossible. Alright? Like, it would not be a shock. It would be physically impossible. So, yeah. Like I said, I hope you guys do enjoy it. And, just let me know. You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think, of this idea and everything, in in the future and stuff like that. And yeah. But like I said, I think we need to get things started, guys. I think without further ado, we need to get things moving, get things schmoving, you know, and try our hand in this run. Now, what I'm really quickly doing, by the way, is I'm just looking up a weapon location that I'm going to want to use, right? There is a certain weapon that I would like to use. So I am just trying to find that. But I do apologize that, like I said, it has taken a while to set it up. But like I said, I won't have to do that in the future. Because the bonus is that in the future, I'll just jump in and we'll get straight into the game. It's just the fact that because it's the first run, I wanted to explain everything in as good a detail as possible. And hopefully, we will be able to jump right on in to the run in a second. I'm just looking up a weapon location for myself. Let me just look up this weapon real quick. I am just trying to see what I want to start out with. So, are we ready, guys? Are we ready for me to get into it? Are you guys ready? That's what we need to know. Are you guys ready for this to begin? What I want to start out with. Are you guys ready for me to begin? Also, don't worry, if there's anything I haven't explained, I will explain it in the future when I make the video and stuff like that. Because like I said, in the heat of the moment, I can't really do anything else. But it's basically what it says on the tin. You know, doing a Elden Ring, you know, Deathless run attempt, it's pretty much what it says on the tin. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much I can really say for anyone who hasn't played it. But are we ready? Whoever is here, Ollie, or Adam, I don't know which one of you is here. Are we ready to get going? Because if you are ready, we will get into it, dare I say. Oh, alrighty. What do I want to start with as a class, is the question. In terms of class starting, I kind of want to use the bandit, because I do quite like the bandit build, because of the fact that it has a lot of arc and a lot of dex, and I quite like that. I think I will need that. So I'm gonna run bandit build type 1. Now in terms of detailed appearances, I should have some favorites. Boom. That's what we're going to start with, guys. That's going to be... I think the face is already perfect, to be honest. I think we've got the McGee. Definitely. I had to go now and back. That's fine, brother. That's fine. That is completely fine. What I wanted to say was, whoever's here at the moment, are we ready? You know, because I've tried to explain it in as best way as physically possible. We have created... I basically just loaded a favorite because I don't want to have to do a bunch of creating in the future. Just in case I get to, like, 1,000,000 runs in the future, you know what I mean? But I'm just changing my skin color real quick to a nice, just wondering if I can find a nice skin color for my... Yeah, why not? Purple. Why not? Oh, wait, it didn't save it. There we go. My face, I think, looks beautiful. I think we've already got the McGee definitely down. You know, I think the hair color looks beautiful. The face looks absolutely stunning. I think that is a perfect face. I don't think I have to do too much on the face. In terms of body, I want to make the head, like, exceedingly large. Let's make the chest a little bit smaller, just to make the head stand out. Abdomen will thicken up. Arms, massive. Legs, very small. And body hair, pretty eccentric. Bro, you can't see the difference between muscular and standard. I guess there is a little bit of a difference, but... I'm pretty happy with that. We'll make myself mature. What about Gyat? Oh, I don't know. We'll have a look in a sec. We'll do that one. Mature voice. I'm not looking like I've got too much Gyat there, to be fair. Like, that's looking a little bit small. But I don't think I can change the Gyat, to be fair, Adam. I can't change the Gyat. Yeah, sorry. I was just cycling through the voices so that I know what I want the voice to be. But we're going to be a bandit. I've chosen the bandit build just because of the fact that it's got the most arc and dex. And I quite like that. Like, I need to have a good bit of arc and dex. Now, in terms of name, I think the name is pretty self-explanatory, guys. It's going to be Lord McGee. I don't think it needs to be another name. Like, end of the day, do I need it to have another name? Do I want it to be Lord McGee? What kind of McGee? I'm not a lord yet, though. That's the thing. It's like, I'm not a lord yet. Like, that's the whole point. I've got to become Elden Lord. So it's like... He's cold. Yeah, he is a little bit cold, isn't he? Like, he's not really got too much... He's not got too much bloody... not got too much armor on. But, you know what? It's fine. He can brave the cold. Do I want to be a Lord McGee? I feel like that's a little bit much. Shall I be Sir? I'll be a Sir. 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 Oh, no. Sir doesn't work with McGee. Let's do McGee. The... You know what? This is going to be Ronald McGee. Definitely not related to Ronald McDonald. Ronald McGee. Oh, fuck. Accidentally just made it. Alright, there we go. Ronald McGee. No, Lord Ronald McGee. Fuck it. Lord Ronald McGee. No, I can't fit it. Fuck, you can't fit Lord Ronald McGee. Fuck. I'm so close to being able to fit it as well. Okay, I'll be Sir instead then. No, Sir's boring. I'm just trying to figure out like how I want to have the name as. Oh, you know what? The undefeated McGee. Oh, well, I can't fit that. Bro! I can't put anything I want. I'll just put Ronald McGee. Fuck it. Fuck it. All the other titles, we already just know. Like, end of the day, you guys want to see me get into some gameplay. So, end of the day, all the other titles are set in stone. You know what I mean? We're just going to be Ronald. Ronald McGee, guys. That's the name. You know, I don't need to sit here and dick around trying to fit a name in, you know, and stuff. Like, end of the day, that'll be boring for you guys. Like, you know, end of the day, that's like, that'll be too much, you know? I'm just going to be Ronald McGee. Fuck it. Just basic Ronald McGee. I am the undefeatable Ronald McGee, but I don't need to put that in my name. You know, I'm too proud for that. So, with that in mind, and with a keepsake, I'm obviously going to give myself a golden seed. Without further ado, I think we're ready to jump into this. So, if you are still here, Adam, if you are still here, Ollie, or anyone else who turns up for the stream, without further ado, I'm obviously going to give myself a golden seed. Without further ado, I think we are going to jump on in. The second I press this button, guys, the timer will start. So, before I click play, how does it sound? Can you hear the game? Can you hear me again? Just one final thing before I jump on in. You are here, good. How's it sound, Adam? Is it sounding good? Can you hear the game music? Can you hear me? Before I click play. The second I click play, that timer is going to start, and we're going to get into our first attempt, attempt 1, of a deathless run of Elden Ring, of all Remembrance bosses, including DLC bosses. We're going to see what we can do. Yeah, good. All right. Well, as long as it sounds good, and as long as we are ready to go, without further ado, let's jump on into it. The timer has started, guys. Oh, do not fear. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Ollie. Don't you worry, bro. But if you want to know the lore for you, Ollie, for the future, or Adam, if you want to play this game, I'm not going to skip the cutscene. Here's the lore. Yeah, it's good to have you both here. I'll try and be as quiet as I can.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's Deathless offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering.
This will be weird for anyone who hasn't played it.
A war from which no lord arose.
These are all the gods I have to fight, by the way, without dying.
A war leading to abandonment by the greater will.
Basically, everyone you see, I'm going to have to fight without dying.
Oh,
Huh?
rise now,
Yo, he moaning?
tarnished,
He moaning?
who yet live.
Huh? Huh?
The call of long lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion,
Kinky.
the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
Basically, everyone you saw there, by the way, guys, I'm going to have to fight without dying. There's more, but most of them are bosses.
And one other,
It is a bit creepy.
whom grace would again bless,
McGee! Lord Ronald McGee!
tarnished of no renown.
The god himself. Oh!
Cross the fog to the lands between,
It's him. The man himself.
to stand before the Elden Ring.
Oh! That's our champion right there, guys. That's our champion. That's our guy.
Become the Elden Lord.
That's what he's gonna do. That's what we're gonna do, guys. Become the Elden Lord! Now, pay no attention to any of the stuff that I'm gonna get given when I sit at a grace. But here we are, guys. Look at me. I'm so good. This is it. We've started a deathless run. Now, by the way, the one death I am not gonna count is the first death. Because I know you might think, oh, that's not fair, because it's technically not a deathless run anymore. But the thing is, for this first one, you have to die either way, right? Even if you kill, like, basically, what I'm going to say, right, is over here, right, over here, down there, in there is a boss. Now, even if I beat that boss, I will still fall to my death afterwards. So that death does not count, because you have to die for the game to continue. Because otherwise you can't play the game. So, for that death, I am not counting that, obviously, because that's not fair. But any death after that, I count. Like, if I fell off here, that would count. But I'm not going to do that. Also, how's it sounding, Adam? Ollie? How's it sounding? Now that you can actually hear the gameplay, in-game, how is me and the game sounding? Sounding good mix? No matter what happens with this boss, by the way, you still have to die. Even if you beat it, you still fall to your death and die. So, I'm just gonna speedrun it, and I'm just gonna jump off and kill myself. That's the only death, that's the only time I'm allowed to see that you died screen ever. Now, because now I can't see that ever again. Otherwise, I'm cheating. You know? That's the only time I'm allowed to see the you died screen. From now on, I can't look at that. That can't pop up. Sounding good, yeah? You can hear the game, hear the cutscenes. I mean, I will try and be as quiet as I can through cutscenes, but as long as it sounds good, that is all that really matters. But yeah, if you guys do ever choose to play this game, by the way, don't expect to be able to win it easily. This is a very difficult game for new players. It's just the fact that I am an experienced player. So I'd like to think I have an edge, you know? Horsey! Horsey! Game's extremely quiet. Is it really?
Worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all.
Wifey? Wifey? Okay, well, I can turn that up in the settings of the actual game itself.
One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Yeah, bro, you can't be lying to me, bro. You gotta tell me if it's quiet. Just tell me and I'll change it, you know? But yeah, when the cutscene ends, I will change it. Oh! It's actually so much pressure to just, like, not die. Because, like, the thing is, I'll guarantee you guys, my first death won't be to an enemy. It'll be to me just falling off something and dying from full damage. Right, let me change the, game volume then. Oh, it's already on 10. Okay, let me change it in... Let me see if that's better. Let me listen to it on my... Already on 10. Okay, let me change it in... Let me get to a part where I can actually hear something. Let me listen to it on... I'm gonna get to somewhere where I can actually hear the game, and then you just tell me how it sounds. But yeah, Deathless Run, man, I will guarantee you my first death that I have to get, or do get, will be not even from an enemy. It will just be from me falling off. Because honestly, fall damage is one of the most fucking goddamn common deaths in this game. Yeah? It's better, is it? As long as it's better, that's all that matters. Alright, let me get to the music. Right, let me... Oh, Guidance of Grace. Yeah. Now, all of this stuff I get for sitting down, by the way, this is all part of the mod. I will not be using any of it. But it's just because of the fact that I accidentally had to use the modded one. So, yeah. Right. Now, let me just test, see how it... Is it better, yeah? And it actually is better now. Ollie, can I have a second opinion? Can I have a second opinion here, Ollie, please? If you don't mind, Ollie. Can I have a second opinion, just in case Adam is once again chatting shit? Like, how's it sounding now, Ollie? If you're able to give me a second opinion, that would be very much appreciated. Or anyone, give me a second opinion how it sounds. Game volume to my voice. As long as it sounds alright, we can get into it. I chose Bandit, by the way, not because I want to use the bow. I'm not even going to use the bow or the shield, because I don't need a shield. I literally just chose it because of the fact that I have Quickstep, which, one, I like. I like Quickstep. And two, I do want to have a good amount of Now, the annoying thing is you guys will never be able to see my actual stats on the equipment build, but I had to put my chat somewhere. Yeah, I need a second opinion, not just an Adam opinion, because I don't know if I trust you anymore, Adam. Like, Ollie, if you're here, can I have an Ollie opinion, please? But I chose this mainly because of Arc and Dex, which I'm going to need for a weapon in the future. So I chose this for that. Now, I've got to try and figure out what is my first... By the way, not fighting him. I'm not even going to bother because I don't need to. And that's instantly... Like, this guy here is a trap for new players. If you play this new, you don't want to fight this guy straight away because he's over-leveled on purpose. To make it so that you will die and, like, get annoyed. Because that's what good old bloody goddamn creator of Elden Ring loves to do. All of his games, he always loves to put a nice over-leveled boss early. Just to make it so that you know, really do screw yourself over. So I'm just going to be going down this side here real quick. I think Ollie might have fallen asleep. Understandable. But yeah, I need to, there is a lot of, like, because of the fact I'm trying to do a Deathless run, right, it is going to be some things that I'm going to have to do that are a bit tedious. For instance, I'm going to have to go and grab a few things that are going to be needed for me to win, and stuff like that. But I will get into a boss pretty soon, don't worry. I don't think there's anything from Carle that I need. No, alright. Goodbye. Now, by the way, just for people to know, it's not in the title of the stream. But I will not be using summons either. Because, again, I feel like that's a bit cheap. Because, like, Deathless Run, it should be you versus the game, not you can summon someone that will just win the fight for you. You know what I mean? So I will be doing no summons either. Because I want to win this game, and it actually give me a proper, like, feeling of glee. And not win it and be like, oh, well, this is the reason I won. You know? I don't want to win it and have, like, people comment and say, like, oh, you won because you used summons. Or, oh, you won because you didn't fight this person. I'm making it so I have to do everything. All remembrances, including Bale, including DLC, and no summons, just to make it so it's only me and my ability. But I wanted to think of a way of how I could give you guys an Elden Ring playthrough without just playing it normally, because me playing it normally is not a challenge anymore. So I wanted to make it a challenge, as well as also give you guys an Elden Ring playthrough. But now we're about to get wifey, guys. We're about to get some wifey. Get a maiden, yeah? Gonna be maiden. Gonna get a maiden. Get myself a little maiden.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog.
Hello.
I am Melina.
Hello, Melina. We about to obtain wifey? I'm just playing the cutscenes for anyone that hasn't played the game or watched it. Just so you guys get a full experience. Because it's not a speed run.
I offer you an accord.
If it was a speed run, I wouldn't play the cutscenes. But it's not a speed run, it's just a deathless run. I can take as much time as I want. You know what I mean?
Heard of the Finger Maidens.
Huh?
They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid
Fingers?
to the tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless.
I am maidenless.
I can play the role of maiden. Runes in
Yes, please. Yes, please.
to aid you
Yeah.
in your search
Yeah,
for the
I would like
Earth
maiden.
Within.
Give me maiden.
You need only take me with you
Oh, yes, I will.
to the foot of the Erd Tree.
Okie dokie. I could just refuse, but no. Because I need her.
By grace, to turn runes into strength.
I need her to make me stronger, so that I don't die.
Another matter.
Ah, yes.
I bequeath to you this ring.
Huh? Huh? You what to me, this ring?
Use it to traverse great distances.
Will do.
It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent.
Okie dokie.
Torrent has chosen you.
Thank you.
Treat him with respect.
I will, as long as he doesn't cause me to die. I will treat Torrent with respect, but if horse controls get me killed, I might start cussing out Torrent. Let's just say that. I don't have enough runes to turn into strength right now, by the way, guys. I literally have no runes. But basically, we have to go over here, get this ring. Fuck all these items, by the way. These are just for, like, if I was using a modded server. I chose a modded one because it's easier to set up, but at the same time, I'm never going to click any of these. It's not like they matter. They're all for multiplayer anyway. I just need the ring. That's all I need. Now, I would like to go and grab that weapon real quick, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, mate, can I just, no. Ooh, that's a fucking, an early hit for me there. Ow. Okay, we're not going to even bother now. Maybe I'm a little bit more rusty than I thought. I just wanted to get the chest. But if you're going to sit there and guard it like a little shite, I just want to grab this chest, if you don't mind. Cheers, mate. Alright, move. I just want the chest. There we go. Right. That's all I wanted, guys. I just wanted to get a weapon in case I want to use it. But yeah. What this first part is going to be, of this run, is it's going to be a little bit tedious. Because what I'm going to have to go and do is I'm going to have to go and grab a couple of different things that I will need to make myself have a good enough chance of winning. So, without further ado, I've got to think, what is my first course of action? I can't use this weapon yet, by the way. I wasn't planning on it. I don't know if I'm going to use the dagger for much longer, though. Let me just pass the time until morning, because I don't want it to be nighttime, for obvious reasons coming up. But yeah, this is going to be a very tactical run of Elden Ring. Like, you guys would probably want me to be, like, fun and stupid. And I will try and be as fun as possible, but I can't be stupid, otherwise I lose, you know? So, could you help us out? No, sorry. No, sorry, mate, I can't help you out. Ow, oh, oh! I just want to hit the bug. There we go, that's all I wanted. I doubt I'll even use that, by the way, but I just wanted it just in case. You know how it is. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, little cheeky. Grab the item without, you know, falling to my death. But yeah, there's a couple of items I need to go and grab real quick. For me to be able to win this run and have a good chance. So my first course of action will be to just go and quickly grab all of the things that I need in as quick time as possible. So I'm going to quickly go and grab a certain little item down here that I am going to need. It's a bit foggy, isn't it, guys? Dear me. It's a little bit foggy over here. It's not normally this bloody foggy. A little bit foggy, yeah, a little bit foggy. There's a couple of items I need to go and grab instantly, just to give me the best possible shot at winning. So I need to come over here. It's going to be almost like what this, like, by the way, if you're wondering why there is a timer if I'm not doing a speed run, the only reason I have a timer there is just to see how much progress I lose by dying. You know, like, I want to know how long I have been doing this attempt for. I know I could also look at that a different way, but I want you guys to be able to see how long as well, just to know how much pain I'll be in. But there's the Flask of Wondrous Physic. That is very important, by the way, just to let you know. It is a very important thing, that Flask of Wondrous Physic. And also, a cheeky little Sacred Tear that I will also need. So I'm glad about that. Now, other than that, let me just sit on down. It's going to tell me about, like, using a Flask of Wondrous Physic. I also get a Sacred Tear, which is going to up that. This will be useful in the future, by the way, but this one is a little bit shit. The Crimson Crystal Tier. I'm not using that, by the way. That is a shit tier. Fuck. Basically, the Flask of Wondrous Physic is very useful later game. Especially for a specific boss, where I will need to go and grab a certain tier, so that I can do it with ease, without dying. However, it is not, I wouldn't say it's that useful early game. I'd say later game it becomes very useful, because I'll be able to put on things that I actually want. I'm just coming over here quickly to grab the items at this, because there are some more tiers, just in case I want to use them in the future. Now, you can go down that, like, well thing that I passed, but it's kind of useless, because nothing in that well is useful for me for a Deathless run. So, it is kind of useless. Gotta go, I might be back. It's fair enough, bro. That's completely fine. Don't you worry. I get it, man. It's completely good. Dear customer.
Welcome. Value, please.
Buy something. I'm hungry. He's hungry, guys, but to be honest, he doesn't really sell me anything that's useful, and I also don't have any money. So, yeah, I'm not going to buy anything from you. Kind of peaked, but look, end of the day, maybe he should have thought of that when he sold me a bunch of shit that's not useful. I'm just coming over here to grab this Grace, because this will also be an important Grace to have just for the future, when something happens in this area. I am also going to quickly go and raid a bunch of graves, over here. I know. What a thoughtful human being I am, guys. I'm going to go over to a bunch of graves and raid them for all of their goods. Because I'm going to then use all of those rooms to level up and give me a chance. Basically, all of these graves are going to have pocket money on them. They're all going to be shit pocket money, but at the end of the day, they're still worth taking. And I'm going to nick everything and use it for myself. Nice, some good golden runes there. Now, I will need to go... It's hard to think of what you got to do in a Deathless run before you play it. Because, like, there's many things I can go and do, and I've really got to be careful. Because, obviously, one death means I have to restart the run. So, I've really got to think, like, okay, what's the best plan of action? Yes, should I do this or no? Or, you know, like, I've got to really think, like, what is my best course of action to take? That almost hit me, I will admit. I'm not even going to bother for that item, because that's a risky item to grab. Stone Sword Key. Will I ever need a Stone Sword Key? I mean, I might want to go in a Stone Sword Key dungeon, but I don't know if I'll ever need one of those, you know. Right. So, in terms of where I go now, she's gonna ask me for something, but I'm not talking to her. Because her quest is useless. So the real question is, what do I want to get done? Let me just grab that real quick. It's always good to have as many items as possible, just in case I want to use them in the future. I already remember what this beetle is. It is an arrow beetle. I'm not going to use a bow and arrow, so I don't need that. Now, in terms of things I need to grab over down here, there's a few things I can think of that I might need from down here. There's also a boss that I will want to fight, because it should be quite simple. But I'm going to level up before I consider doing that. But yeah, Deathless runs, they're really hard to, like, actually figure out what you want to do. Because you've got to be really tactical. Because one wrong move, obviously, and you die. You know what I mean? And then that's game. Then you have to restart. Now, that guy will try and shoot me. I'm just going to quickly grab what I needed, which is that. Just being careful real quick. I want to grab this, because that's a map fragment that I will need. I will also need to go and grab the other map fragment that I didn't grab. Whoa! I'm glad I kept moving, because he almost tried to shoot me. Now, going down there is actually... In base game, Elden Ring, you will want to go down, down that way. But for my run, I don't know if I'm going to need to be honest. Because there's a castle down the bottom. But I don't know for my run if I'm actually going to ever need to do that, to be honest. The more I think about it, like, I really can't think of a reason for me to need to. But yeah, you know, like I said, it's going to be... I will admit I am treating this game pretty tactically. You know, like, I am treating it as a pretty tactical game. Like, a pretty tactical thing, I will admit. Like, I am treating it, you know, like... Like, dare I say, I might be... Like, you might think, oh, you're really sweating this out. And, yeah, to a certain extent, yes, I am really sweating this out. But at the same time... You kind of have to, if you're going to do a Deathless run, you know, like... If you're going to do a Deathless run, you do have to be pretty fucking tactical. Because, obviously, one wrong move and you lose. So it's like, it is pretty hard to, you know, do it without being tactical. Like, if you manage to do a Deathless run and just do it, like, just, you know, so nonchalantly... then, you know, end of the day, well done to you. Because that's not something I can do. Like, I have to be pretty locked in. Actually, there is a good reason for me getting that Stone Sword key, actually, the more I think about it. Because there's a certain talisman I need to go and grab. That I will go and grab soon enough. But yeah, I will admit, I am kind of winging this. Like, it's not like other people who've done Deathless runs... will normally, like, plan things out and stuff like that. I'm kind of just thinking of things off the top of my head and going like, oh, I should get this. I should get that. Should I get this? Yeah, sure. Should I go? No. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really, like, as much as I am seeming like I'm doing it pretty sweaty, I am being a little bit, like, dare I say... like, balls to it. You know, I am kind of winging it. Because at the same time, I'm not really, like, thinking things ridiculously through. I'm just, obviously, just doing things that I think will be useful right now. And once I've grabbed all of these things, especially the early game ones, I will then go and tackle my first boss. That I want to tackle anyway. But yeah, Deathless runs, like I said, they are definitely something that are it's something I've wanted to try for a long time. I've been really wanting to do Deathless runs. But at the same time, I've also had to make sure I am, like, you know, I have to make sure I'm really, like, skilled enough for me to actually believe I can do it, you know? Because if I don't believe I can do it, then I won't be able to do it, you know? Because you have to be in the right mindset for it. And I'd like to think I've got enough ability. Now, that might be my downfall. In the end, that could be a complete downfall. But I would like to think I have enough ability to be able to pull out a Deathless run. I don't know yet. Obviously, we won't know that. But I'd like to think that I have the ability levels required. I definitely can't do it first attempt, but I will tell you right now, this attempt is a learning attempt. If I managed to do it first attempt, I would be shocked. Literally shocked. So, I doubt I can do it first attempt. But I'm praying that I can at least do it, you know, at least be able to do it, you know? I want to make good progress in my first attempt. That's my plan, anyway. Now, there is a sword on this dude that I'm considering going for. The Zweilhander. It's a very good sword. I do like the sword. The issue is, right now, in terms of, strength, I'm not that high because I've gone for more of a Dex Arc build. How much do I need to use the Morning Star? I already can. I might just use the Morning Star for now, to be honest. I might be willing to use the Morning Star for now. I'm going to use all of my golden runes. That's the whole point of why I went and looted those graves, because it's going to give me runes that I can use to level up. So that I have a little bit of a chance to get a boost in levels before actually, you know, having to fight someone. It's not much runes, by the way. It really isn't much, but it's something, you know? It gives me something to build with. So I am going to up my strength by a couple of points, and also up my vigor by 1. Now, in terms of what else I could go and tackle, let me go get the map fragment first. I'm going to go grab the map fragment for this map so that I have the map. I don't think I really need it because I do know most of this map off by heart. But let me go and grab this map fragment real quick, because it is literally right here. There is actually also something else I could do with grabbing while I'm here. But I need to get in and be safe. And it's a risky thing for me to do, because I might trap myself. But I need to get in here, if I can, and have no one follow me in. If they follow me in, this could be death, to be honest, guys. But I do need this item. Because a whetstone knife is going to help me use, it's going to help me use my, it's basically going to give me a chance to change Ash of Wars, to certain, like, ailments. I'm going to have to go and look up where the others are. Because I actually don't actually know to, like, off the top of my head, where some of them are. I know where a couple are. Like, I know where the Sacred one is. I know where... Or the Sanctified. I know where the Red Hot one is. I think I know where the Magic one is. I don't know where the Black one is. And that's the one I want, because it'll give me Poison and Bleed. Golden Seed, needed that. I don't need to talk to this woman, because... this woman up here, by the way, if you want to know, is about summons. And I'm not summoning. I'm doing no summons. Not for this run, anyway. Right, okay, nice. Needed to grab that. Other than that, I am now going to head over to, over here. I do need to go and grab that map fragment, but that's in a bit of a dangerous area. So I don't really want to do that yet. Because the map fragment where, for this side of Limgrave is a little bit dangerous. It's in a little bit of a dangerous area. I wouldn't say that it's, like, ungrabbable, but let's just say that if I'm not careful, there is a possibility of dying. And I don't really want to take that possibility right now, to be blatantly honest with you guys. So, I don't remember what this one is. Oh, that's alright. I'll take that. But yeah, I'm about to go and fight my first boss, in a second here. Now, realistically, guys, for you to do a Deathless run, you need to pick your bosses carefully, right? Like, you need to pick what bosses you're going for very carefully. Because, for instance, if I went into, like, another rule I'm not going to allow myself. A lot of people who've done Deathless runs allow the ability to quit if they're gonna die, right? So, like, for instance, if they're gonna fall off of a, like, if they're falling off of a cliff or something, they have the ability to quit quick, and then it won't kill them. I'm not going to allow myself that, because I think that's a bit cheap. I think that's a little bit cheap, if you ask me. So I'm not going to allow myself to quit like that. I'm not going to allow myself that courtesy. Because, again, it's a little bit cheap. I want to get this grace real quick. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to do anything here yet. I'm just grabbing it. Now, as I said, it's a little bit cheap to be able to be like, oh, I'm going to die. Okay, let's quit. So, for instance, what people might do is if they go into a dungeon and get locked in between a boss door and then they don't know if they can win, they'll then quit. I'm not allowing myself the ability to do that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to just not go in many dungeons. I'm not going to be going in many dungeons. Most of the bosses I'm going to fight are going to be overworld bosses. Because if I fight overworld bosses and I find out I can't do much to it, I can run away. Because it doesn't lock you in a... it doesn't lock you behind a boss door. You know? It locks you... It doesn't lock you. It's an overworld boss. So if you're taking too much damage, you can just run away from it. So I'm going to try and do that with most of my bosses. Now, there is going to be some that I'm not, but I'm going to try and do it with the most. Now, that is a talisman I wanted, by the way, because it raises my recovery, stamina recovery speed. Now, I am going to try this boss here and see how much damage I do to it. Because there is a boss here called the Mariner. And it's quite an easy boss. But it depends how much damage I can do to it. Because it will summon skeletons. And the skeletons will become annoying, because then you have to fight not only the Mariner boss, but you also have to fight the skeletons. You know what I mean? So it's like... But I'd like to think Mariner boss should be easy runes. If I don't completely choke it. I'll guarantee you I start playing like utter shit now. You know? But I'll guarantee you I play this like utter crap now. Off she goes. She should teleport back over here. Further over. Yep, there she is. Like I said, she should be a pretty simple boss. As long as you just kill the skeletons early, she should be pretty simple. I'm just gonna get away from it. Not take the risk, you know? Like, why do I need to risk it? Alright, we'll just kill you real quick, because... make things easier. Ooh. Cheeky! But there we go. See what I mean? It's a nice, simple boss. 3 runes, you know, and... end of the day, I just wanted to make sure I got it done. Because, end of the day, I need to pick my bosses carefully. So, I need to be like, okay, would this boss be winnable? Yes or no? Okay, well, yes. Alright, well, then we'll try that, you know? Now, like I said, the timer is not that I'm doing a speed run. It's just the fact that I've got to just try and do what I can.
Forgive me.
Yep, that is fine. Don't you worry. Yes, I would love to go to the round table hall. Thank you very much. I would love to do that. Do what I can. Yep, that is fine. Don't you worry. But yeah, like I said, end of the day, the timer doesn't really mean much. It's just to know how much progress I lose by dying. You know, that's all it's really there for. The attempts obviously are important, because right now we're on attempt 1. But that will obviously change, because I will not beat this whole thing in 1 attempt. It will take me more than 1 attempt. But I wanted to try an attempt to see if it is winnable for me, anyway. Now, the question is, do I want to use this Morning Star? It's not a bad weapon. It isn't bad early game. So it's like, do I want to level this up by chance? See, like, I've got a couple of weapon choices that I could go for. Like, there is another weapon that I would like to go and see if I could get. There's a certain weapon that I would love to go and get. But I don't know if I'm going to be high enough level to kill the people that drop it. If you get me. So... I'm not going to use a staff. Like, a staff would be... Like, if I used a staff, it would be a little bit like, okay, I don't know if that would be a fair... Like it's a little bit cheap. I could use the Lord Sworn Greatsword. I'm willing to use the Morning Star. There is a weapon I wouldn't mind trying to go and get. But it's like, do I think it's the smartest play? Because I've got to be really careful. I mean, you can buy all the other weapons, right? So, like, I could go and get, like, for instance, the longsword now. Or the battle axe, you know, or something like that. And it's like, that wouldn't be a terrible idea. A seal could be useful in the future, but I don't know if I want it right now. I'm willing to use this mace, but it's more of just like, would I prefer to go and get something else? Let me use... What I'm going to do is I'm going to level this up to +1. Just because at the moment I'm using it. And then I'm going to go to... Yeah. Now, basically, what I need to do, right, to fight my first Remembrance, I have to go up this path, carry on, curl round, and into, when the map loads. Basically, what you have to do is you have to go up this path, go around here, up here, into here, and then you'll fight your first boss, like, here. Right? And then the first Remembrance boss, you'll fight, like, around here. Okay? Now, instead, there is a way for you to skip them and go round. And that's what I'm going to do. Because there's another fucking good set of items that I would like to get. Just to make it... Because if you're doing a not Deathless run, you just go straight in. Because if you die, it don't matter. But when you're doing a Deathless run, you have to be really careful. So, I want to go further and go and grab some more items that I might need. Okay? So the way you go round is you go over here. For anyone who has not played Elden Ring before, or would like to know. I've actually just managed to fuck it up. Even I'm mistakes, guys. Look, I need to go up there, sorry. Even someone who knows how to play the game can make mistakes of where to go. So, you know, that's at least something, I guess. Even someone who is prone to making, you know... Even someone experienced can make mistakes. Because I need to go up here, actually. And then go straight on. There's a few more bosses I could go and fight, but I want to get a certain weapon to fight them. Because there's a certain weapon that I know that's early game. And basically it's... let me just make sure I don't fuck this up, guys. To make sure I go to the right area. I'm pretty sure you do go to the end, don't you? And then you... Yeah. I will grab this item as well. I don't know what it is, but... Cookbook. And then you just go down here. And you just follow it along. Could you go up here? Isn't it? Yeah, and then you go in here. But yeah, this is the way you go round, so that you don't have to fight your first boss. Now, I will be fighting him, because I have to, because I'm doing all Remembrance bosses. But, if you wanted to skip the first boss, you can. That's what I'm saying, basically. And I am going to skip him for now, just because of the fact that there is items that I want to grab in the next area. It's ballsy going here, because everything will be over-leveled for you. I'm not fighting any bosses here, I just want to grab a couple of items, basically. But it is ballsy to do this, because, like I said, coming here without having really fought anything, you will, obviously, be weaker than everything in the area, basically. But there's a few items I want to grab, just to make sure I have them. And there's also a weapon I wouldn't mind going and getting. Just for future use. Let me just grab this. And then... By the way, I will need all of these graces in the future anyway. So it's like, I would have had to have come here anyway in the future. So it's like, I might as well just get it out the way now. If you get me. And then... That will then give me, obviously... It will give me, like... Something that I will need anyway in the future. But I'm just getting them early, you know? Because I'm going to have to come here anyway. But I'm just grabbing what I need early. I still have my 2,000 runes. I would like to level up. But I'm getting a lot of flasks that I'm going to need. Now, I'm just checking real quick what requirements this weapon needs. Okay, I should be able to run it. Okay. So, let me add to strength. And vigor again. And I should have the requirements to run this weapon now. So now it's just about, can I go and grab it? Or will I die? Like, that's the real question here, guys. Will I manage to get the weapon, or will I die and it will have been a waste of my time? Because then I have to restart. Because for me to go and do the first boss, I need to get a good amount of runes and level myself up a bit. Because even though I think I can do it decently well, I want to get as many flasks as possible. Because there's a certain early game boss. The actual Remembrance boss that I'm going to do first is not that difficult. But it's the boss before that that I would have to do to fight the Remembrance boss that I'm not quite great at. Like, if I had, like, a certain boss that I'm not good at, it's called a boss called Morgoth. Now, there is a lesser version of Morgoth that you have to fight early called Margit. I'm not actually that good at Margit or Morgoth. I'm not. Like, that's one of the few bosses that for some reason, no matter how much I try and learn it, I'm not very good at them. So, I want to have as many flasks as possible to give me the best chance. That is an enemy I do not like. And that one. Oh, and that one. Oh, I don't like this area. Those enemies are nasty. I actually need to go and get this map fragment as well, actually, while I'm here. So, let me grab this. But yeah, I do apologize about the fact that I am having to, like, go and grab loads of different things, and I'm not, like, getting into the action and stuff. But end of the day, when you are doing a deathless run, what can you really expect? You know what I mean? Like, I have to be careful, otherwise I'm just going to die. So it's like, you know, as much as I would love to just go and run straight, you know, like head first into the first boss, I have to be tactical, otherwise I'm just going to die. So, I'm just looking for a certain cheeky little thing that I don't actually know the exact location of. I'm just going to use the roofs as... Where is this thing that I'm looking for? I'm looking for a golden... There it is. That's all I wanted to grab. I wanted to grab this golden seed. Now, you know what? I will go up there real quick. It's a ballsy thing to do. Should I go up there now? Nah, you know what? I'll wait. Honestly, I got the grace by the thing. I'll come... Like, it's smarter for me to wait than just, you know, risk it and lose. Just trying to figure out if there's anything else I want to grab, or if I go over. I guess I go over here now. I want to go grab the weapon real quick that I would like to use for a couple of enemies that are weaker to this weapon. And it'll give me a best chance to kill... There's like... How many is there that I would want to kill? There's one... There's definitely one, and then it depends on what level I am of if I want to try and go and tackle the other two. It'll be ballsy, but it'll be worth it if I won, but it's like, I could also just get shat on by them. So it's like, it is a ballsy thing. I'm just trying to go over to a certain little area. Alright, here we are. Now, there is an item I would like to get, but I need to fight a specific guy. And it's not these ones. I mean, I'll fight them. Oh, wait, no, it is these ones. It is these ones. Basically, I'm trying to get their weapon. No, I'm not that one. That's the one's weapon I want. But he's... I want the Flame Monk mace. Oh, that did hurt me a little bit, though. I will admit, guys, I am probably a little bit under-leveled for this area. But I would really like to get this guy's weapon if I have the ability to. I'm going to have to be really fucking careful here, because I think he could probably do a good amount. I am being really pussy, I will admit, but I kind of have to be, otherwise I'm just going to die. But I want this guy's weapon, because it's an early game fire weapon, and I could do with getting an early game fire weapon. So I'm just being a little bit cautious. Ooh, that was close. I'll admit, that was close. I might not even get the weapon, but I'm hoping that I do. It should give me the weapon, I'm pretty sure. I'm just waiting until he does a certain move. Not the fire moves. Come on, do the jump at me. Stop fire moving me and going for an actual swing. There we go. Like I said, I am being really careful, but end of the day, you got to understand one death means restart. So, like, that's what happens when you do a deathless run. Come on, swing at me. No, don't do your bloody fire. Swing at me! Come on! No! I'm waiting for a certain move. There we go. Bro, this is like the longest fight I've ever done because I'm having to be so cautious. It's so weird having to be like so cautious on the game. There we go. Did I get the weapon? Did I seriously not even get the weapon? Oh, that makes me annoyed. Bro, I thought it was a guarantee. Okay, I guess it isn't a guarantee, guys. It's not even a guarantee that you get the weapon. Great. So when I sat here with us, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to get the fire monk mace. No, that's not even a guarantee. Like, not even a guarantee. I mean, I got the prayer book, which I will want as well. Oh, God. Do I really want to go and fight another one? Oh, I want the weapon, but I don't know if I have it in me to go and win that. Oh, shit. Do I have it in me, is the question. Oh, dear. Alright, we're gonna try it. I'm gonna try and lure all these little fuckers. Come on. Come over here. Yeah. One at a time. Nice and simple. Okay, this is a lot more than I want at once. I just want to get the mace from them. Because it's a good weapon early game. Oi! I kill you. Okay. There's one. Hit both. Alright, come on. One of you come closer. Right, they're all dead. Now I've got to fight this bastard. Oh, bro. I'm not... I will say, guys, I am not confident. If I can get a little critical on this guy, that would be nice. Okay, well, didn't even get the critical. If I don't get the weapon, by the way, I'm just going to say fuck it. Like, it's not meant to be. You know what I mean? But it should be a pretty good chance for me to get the weapon. Like, I'm only going to try this once. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't get the weapon from this bastard, I will just go and use something else. Like, I don't have to use this weapon. It's just a decent weapon for what I want to do. And so I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible. You know what I mean? Yeah, do your fire, whatever. Yeah. Waste my time, yeah. Come on. Nice. Yeah, do your fire again, yeah. Come on, mate, jump at me, that's what I'm waiting. Oh, dear. This is a long, I will admit, guys, this is long, but it would be even longer if I had to start again. So it's like... You know what I mean? It would be even longer if I had to start the run again. So it's like, it's smarter to do it like this. There we go. Did I seriously... Okay, I'm not doing that again. I thought I would get the weapon, guys, and it just said no. Like, here, no. We don't give you the weapon. No, thank you very much. Okay, well, if I didn't get the weapon, then I'll just use the Morning Star. I don't mind that. If I'm going to use the Morning Star, however, though, I am going to go to one more location. Because I need to level this weapon up. Just a little bit more. Little bit more, guys. You know, I need to level this weapon up just a little bit more. I wanted to use the Fire Monk's mace, but if the game isn't going to give me the chance to do that, then, I guess I don't get to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I gave it a chance. And I'm not going to sit there for fucking 20 years. So I guess we'll just use this normal Morning Star instead. Like, I wanted the Fire Monk's mace, but instead I'm going to go and grab a few more things to level this weapon up. Then I'm going to go and kill a couple of bosses. I might actually do the boss in this place as well, to be fair, because The boss in here should be winnable. I should win with the boss in here. I should. If I don't beat the boss in here, I'd be a little bit disappointed in myself, to be honest. Because the boss in here is not a hard boss. So if I manage to fuck up the boss in here, I would be very disappointed in myself, to be honest. That's a good little golden rune as well, so... right, I need to be careful here. There we go. Make sure we don't die on the way down. You know how it is, guys, because, as I said, I will guarantee you my first death of this run will be to fall damage. Or my first death of any run, I guess. Because that's just how I die. That's just me. That is just what I do. I always die from fall damage. Horse controls, you know how it is. Anyone who's played Elden Ring, you'll understand it. You know, you'll get the horse controls. You'll understand what I'm talking about. I'm gonna do 2 vigors just to make it so I take more damage. Or have more health, sorry. And I'm gonna try and do the boss that's in here. I'm also gonna round up a few of the smithing stones. That all these guys are banging on, because I need them for weapon levels up. So, chill out, bruv. I'm just here to grab your stones. Cheers, thank you very much. I'm not actually needing to fight any of you, I just want the stones. So, cheers and thanks. Yeah, I'm not here to fight any of them. I'm just kind of here to just grab the stones. You know how it is, guys. Grab the goodies. Is there a stone on the way down? I don't know, but I'm not going to risk it. Now, you actually have to go and jump off halfway, or is that the next lift? That might be the next lift I'm thinking of. No, it is this one. Right, let me just quickly kill you. Cheers. Glintstone scrap. I don't need that. Cheers, mate. I will grab that stone in a quick sec. I'm just going to come around here and grab this one. I'm just trying to grab as many stones as possible to level this weapon up. Cheers. Thank you very much. And then, now, I need to jump off halfway. And I don't remember if it is this... It's the other side, isn't it? Yeah, it's that side. Alright. On the way down, I'll jump off, because it's way easier to do when going down than up. There we go. But yeah, I should be able to beat the boss in here with the weapon the way it is. I really should. I'd be very disappointed in myself if I didn't. Chill out, bruv. I'm just here to grab the item. Okay. Chill the fuck out, man. Cheers. Chill, chill. Chill! 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 Bye-bye. Right. And that should be all of the stones. And this one. That should be enough ones for me to level this weapon after the boss. I should be able to beat this boss. If I'm not able to beat this boss, then we might be in for a long run here. Because I haven't tried this boss much, I will admit. But it's not really a hard boss. It's just a troll. So if I can't beat this boss, I'd be very disappointed in myself, to be honest. Oh, yeah, no, damage is fine. It really does just depend on how much damage he does to me. I'm just going to wait for certain moves. It's going to be a lot of waiting, but... You know how it is. Come on, bastard. Oh, that was a fucking bad dodge from me. I'll admit, I dodged that bad. That one was a bad one from me. Oh, I timed that like shit. I also timed that like shit. You know what? I'm not doing as well as I'd like to do in this, I will admit. Ooh. I'm not doing very well at this, you know. I'm glad I went and got all those flasks, because I would be already lost if I came here instantly. He has got a quick stomp on him, though. I'll give him that. I'm stuck in a corner. Yeah, I died. That's run. I just got stuck in the door. I actually just lost to the Stone Digger Troll because I got stuck on a door. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I actually just lost my first run before even getting to my first remembrance because I got stuck on a door. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That'll do it. That'll do it. Yeah, no, that will do it. Of course, by the way, though, like, let's just think this through. I was playing like shit on that Stone Digger Troll. But of course, the way I die is because I get stuck in the door. Of course, man. Oh my god. Of course I got knocked into the doorway and then stuck on the door. Great. Wow. Wow. Well, that's run 1 done. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Well, attempt 1, over. Attempt 1 is already finished. That was fucking pathetic. That was pathetic on my part. I'm not gonna lie, guys. That was pathetic on my part. That was absolutely pathetic on my part. I'm disgusted with myself that I just died to that. Oh, that's really poor. Oh, this is going to be a long one. Yeah, I said I wouldn't win fucking attempt 1, to be fair, and I didn't. But I, at bare minimum, expected to do a bit better than that. Wow. Wow. Just wow is all I have to say to that. Just wow. Wow. Oh, that's horrendous. That was a horrendous way to lose my first run of Deathless. I'm actually disappointed in myself at that, to be honest. Wow. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, well, let me just real quick. Let me quickly delete Ronald McGee. And we'll start again. That was really poor. That was really poor from me, though. Really poor. That was such a poor way to lose my first attempt, man. That was such a poor way to lose my first attempt. Oh, wow. Okay, well, let's reset the timer. Let's set my attempts to attempt 2. Because we are on attempt 2 now. Let me go for a piss. And then I will get into attempt 2. Because I don't want to stop on that. Like, that's a shite way to end. Wow, though. That was horrendous. I mean, I'll admit, I did get very unlucky by getting knocked into the, like, doorway. Like, I did get very unlucky to get knocked into the doorway like I did. But at the same time, the way I managed to die is very disappointing. Like, that was disappointing. That was very disappointing. I mean, end of the day, look, I'm gonna have some embarrassing runs of dying deathless. I'm gonna have some embarrassing ones. That was very embarrassing. To die in the stone... that right there is kind of the reason why I don't want to do many dungeons. But that dungeon I can do, and I know I can do it. It's just the fact that I completely underperformed it. Like, that was stupid from me there. The way I died that... I mean, it wasn't stupid. Like, I was performing bad, but at the same time, I did die because I got stuck in a doorway. But I will still blame myself for that. Like, that was still on me. You know, there's still no one else who's to blame for that. Like, that is still a very disappointing way to die. I'm thinking real quick that I might not go bandit as well, just because it gives me more vigor if I go something else. And I think I'm just going to go basic bitch vagabond, because it gives me the most vigor and strength. And I think that's what I need. Well, that was Ronald McGee. Let's do Arnold instead now. We'll keep changing the McGees until we win, obviously. This is like the OG. OG McGee. We'll go Arnold McGee. And we'll go male. Sure. I won't take ages doing it. I'm just going to make my detailed appearance loaded favorite again. And we'll be this one. Yeah, that one. And then mature voice 1. Vagabond with golden seed. Alright. Run 2. Begin. Timer has begun. I'm not going to go all the way to Liurnia this time round. I went there and I went and got, like, obviously the Sacred Tear and the Golden Seed. And it is important. But this time round, I'm going to do the other stuff first. Then I might go there. I might. I don't know. Like, I'm not going to go there straight away. Let's just say that. You know? I'm going to skip the cutscenes this time round. Because, obviously, like I said, it's not a speed run. So I don't have to watch them for it to be, like, the same as last time. It's not a speed run. It's just a... Like, it's not a speed run. It's a deathless run. The timer's just there to know how long I wasted. And for that last run, we wasted 1 hour and 8 minutes. But, end of the day, look, this time round, I have a lot more vigor, a lot more strength. Why am I fat loading? Do you really start as a fat load? I mean, I'm just not going to use the halberd. That does it, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. Obviously, this death doesn't count, because obviously you have to die straight away for the game to begin. Even if I managed to beat the boss, I would still have to die afterwards by jumping to my death. So, I'm just going to do it now. But yeah, we're going to skip the cutscenes. I'm going to go and grab everything again, which I know does suck, but end of the day, I have to do it. Like, end of the day, it does have to be done. It sucks, but it is how it is. Alright, nice. Okie dokie. But yeah, I'm gonna go and grab, I'm not gonna go to Liurnia this time. I'm gonna go down that well, basically straight after I've beaten... I'm gonna beat the Mariner first, because the Mariner first is easy. But I'm not gonna go to Liurnia and go round and go and get that Golden Seed or Sacred Tear, because I don't think I need them, to be honest. Like, I know it gave me an extra Sacred Tear and it gave me an extra thingy, but, like, there's other places I can go that I think are more important than going to that place. Let's just say that, you know? Like, I do think there is other locations that are more important. Oh, shit, over there. That I need to go this time round. That I didn't do last time. And I think I am also just going to keep the straight sword this time round. Like, the flail was good, don't get me wrong. It did good damage. But I think keeping the straight sword, honestly, it's like an easy move pattern with just it being a straight sword. Right, let me go to... let me go past the... But yeah, that was a really disappointing death from me, honestly. Like, the way... That was like a 50-50. It was half down to me just screwing it up, and half down to me getting a bit unlucky. It wasn't the reason I died, that I, like, it was definitely more my fault than the game's. At the same time, though, I did get stuck in the door. Like, I couldn't fucking run, because I was stuck in the doorway. So that didn't help things. But at the same time, I definitely did panic a little bit, and I could have definitely played it better. But this time round, I'm still going to go south and get all of those tiers. But I am not going to go to Liurnia, because I'm not going for the Monk's Flameblade this time round. I went for it last time, but I'm not going for it this time. This time round, I'm going to try and just use the straight sword for a bit. Because I don't think I need the Monk's Flameblade for what I'm planning on doing. But yeah, hopefully the added vigor will help me take more hits this time round. So I'm hoping Vagabond will give me a bit more. Plus the armor's better. Like, bandit armor is a little bit puny. You know, I mean, that is pretty obvious. Bandit armor is pretty puny.
Have you they serve, but you, I can play.
Yeah, play the role as maiden, blah, 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 blah.
Then it said, summon me. I bequeath.
Yeah, bequeath me everything.
It will treat him with respect.
Thank you. There we go. There's my seed used. She just watched me use my seed. Oh, I thought it would break his guard. Alright, fair enough. I'm just performing like shit, I guess. Oh, wait, I haven't put the ring on. What am I doing? There we go. I need to put the ring on. There we go. Right, I need to grab... I'm not even going to grab the Lord's Greatsword, because I don't think I'm going to use it. I do need to grab the Wet Blade again. So, let me just go down here real quick. Grab the Wet Blade. I'm going to try and do everything I did last time as quick as possible, so it doesn't take me about 20 years. Storm Stomp, though. Not a bad Lash of War, that. Hopefully one that I might get to use. Right. Now I need... I know for a fact that the thing over here, the bug, is not important, so I'm not going to get that. Now, in terms of... let me pass time, make it morning, so it's not night, because night will always make this run a little bit harder, and I want to make it as easy as possible. We're going to do a nice little loop again, guys. Did I grab the map this time round? I still didn't grab the map. What am I doing? I'll go and grab the map real quick. Just so I have it. Because I am literally right here. I should just get it anyway, to be honest. Sorry, I'm just here to grab the map. Cheers. Thank you very much. Okay, so my plan is I'm going to do the same little run again. Where I go across the bridge, down the side, get the... across the bridge, down the side, get the... get the physic, get the sacred tier, run around, go and get the Run around, go and get the runes from the graves, just to give me a better chance at, you know, leveling myself. Then going down south, grabbing all of the Sacred Tears, Golden Seed that I remember anyway. Because the thing is, I'm not 100%, like, I don't guaranteed know where everything is in this game. So I will admit, I will forget things. So, like, if people do have any, like, suggestions and stuff, I am down, because I'm not 100%. As you can clearly see by the fact that I lost to the troll. Which was very embarrassing, I can't lie. However, I'm going to quickly go grab all of that stuff. It should take me a lot less time this time, because I'm not watching the cutscenes. Well, actually, to be fair, I'm already done with all the cutscenes that I